Well, good afternoon everyone from, yes, it's not the UK, it is actually Tenerife. Pretty poor weather over here at the moment from Tenerife, but if you are new to the channel, a big welcome. I am Andrew, I've been here for 7 years and I do these regular little news updates for everyone back home or is looking to travel, maybe come on holiday over here. So if you are new, a big welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new as well, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. There's loads of different videos on there, including little news updates like this one. We're going to start where we always do. There's a few little bits to run through. Some little bits of good news as well, particularly if you are in the UK, maybe thinking of coming over. I'm going to start where we always do first though, which is with the COVID update. What are the latest figures over here? So the Ministry of Health has announced today, this is as of yesterday, 2,511 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, 10 deaths as well. So going by Ireland now, Tenerife has 687 new cases, that is a little bit down. 1,312 new cases in Gran Canaria, 173 in Lanzarote, 157 in Fuerteventura, 156 in La Palma, 9 in La Gomera and 17 in El Hierro. So that's come down a little bit, especially for Tenerife. We're no longer in the thousands. Gran Canaria still struggling a little bit over there, a few problems. In terms of active cases, across all the islands active, we've got 88,663, 42,697 in Tenerife, 32,393 in Gran Canaria, 6,258 in Lanzarote, 4,774 in Fuerteventura, 2,078 in La Palma, 240 in Gomera and 222 in El Hierro. So overall, it's sort of levelling off a little bit, not a huge amount there for Tenerife. Still a big issue in Gran Canaria. They did actually predict that Gran Canaria would move into level 4 last week. They're in the same parameters as Tenerife, however they did stay in level 3. That did confuse me a little bit. Same parameters, we got moved into level 4. Gran Canaria stayed in level 3. I thought that was quite interesting. Now, speaking of those levels, we are still in level 4. I am going to confirm and run through exactly what level 4 means for Tenerife. So under those level 4 restrictions, pubs and restaurants in Tenerife are now subject to a curfew and must close their doors at midnight. Public transport is capped at 75% to reduce the risk of transmission in enclosed spaces. A maximum of 6 people are allowed to meet either indoors or outdoors, except for those who are part of the same household. Vaccine passports are needed to gain entry to some indoor venues and bars, restaurants, gyms, nightclubs. Rules also mean that spas, jacuzzis and saunas must close and outdoor pools can only operate at 33%. Beaches have a 50% capacity and must have a prior appointment may be needed to visit some of them that are crowded. Not seen any of that going on in Tenerife. You haven't needed an appointment or anything, but I imagine those very busy beaches in Spain, maybe they're asking you to make an appointment online. Maybe that's how it sort of used to work when we first came out of the lockdown and the beaches reopened again. The Canary Islands of Lanzarote, La Palma, Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura still remain on level 3, meaning venues are subject to closing at the hours of 1 AM and limited capacity for indoor and outdoor seating. So that is basically what level 4 means. Now, there is a lot of talk of how strict are they enforcing that. I'm going to come on to that in a second because that has changed a little bit as of today. That does seem to have changed, but we went out to a restaurant last night on the channel. We did a live stream. Restaurant was fantastic, meal was fantastic. There was only a few people in the restaurant, but did they ask for the vaccine certificate when we entered? No. Should they have? According to these rules, yes. A lot of the places, bars, restaurants are not asking for those vaccine certificates, even though they should. If you are travelling from the UK, I recommend just having them on your phone. If you do get asked, you can just show that on your phone. I got asked in Starbucks on Sunday and I've just got it on my phone. I just quickly show them and they're like, yeah, no problem at all. So do bear that in mind, but how strictly is it being enforced? That is a big question. Now, a few people actually came into my office to let me know about this today. They'd had a walk along the promenade there at Los Cristianos and they'd been stopped by 3 men in red suits, red outfits. They're not the police. It looks like they've been hired, and they have been asking people to put their masks on down there on the promenade in Los Cris, telling people off. A few people are, you know, giving a bit of stick back. I'm not putting it on. And they were very, you know, this is our country. You're in our country now. You put your mask on, otherwise we're fining you €100. So something to bear in mind. It seems like all of a sudden today, we have had reports of these people in red outfits on the promenade asking people to put their masks on. So do bear that in mind. Make sure you've got masks with you. You don't want a €100 fine. Very strange that they would all of a sudden start to enforce that today. I mean, I'm getting rained on as we speak. The promenade is not busy. It's very strange that they were picked today, but it looks like they've been hired maybe by the council. They said they were in full red suits, which isn't even, I thought maybe orange, but they said no, it was definitely red. So something to look out for. I have seen posts of it in my KnightStrider fan group as well. Someone else said the same thing down on the prom. There are people there in red outfits and they are asking people to put their masks on. And if you're not going to, or you haven't got one, they are fining you €100 if you're not putting your mask on in the rain. Very unusual that they would choose today. I mean, why wasn't this happening at Christmas when it was busy on the promenade? Very, very strange. It's starting to rain a little bit now. I think I'm going to be a little bit wet by the end of this, but we'll see. Now, the main little bit of news I wanted to run through, it hasn't quite been confirmed yet, but I'm very sure it will be. This is an article in the Telegraph here, and that is that COVID tests set to be scrapped for fully vaccinated travellers. Fully jabbed Britons going on half-term holidays will no longer need to take a lateral flow test when they return, according to a report. The move would allow families to go on half-term holidays next month without the need to take a lateral flow test 2 days after they return. I do think that does sound very plausible, very likely. Hopefully it does. If you are coming out, it's going to make it much cheaper for you still. Even though the lateral flow tests are only, you know, about £15 to £20, it is a lot of hassle. If there's, you know, 4 or 5 of you, that does add up. You can have a meal out in Tenerife instead with that money. So hopefully that will come into force. I think that will be announced over the next few days. We'll keep an eye on that, and if it does, of course, I will bring you that in an update. Other articles that I found of interest, that could be of interest to you as well. Spain will begin to monitor COVID-19 as an endemic after the 6th wave is done. So after this wave that we've currently now got, they are talking about considering it as an endemic rather than a pandemic, so lowering the severity of it, which is fantastic news overall. I think that is moving in the right direction. Let's hope that continues. I know the UK are almost getting life back very much to normal now. No need for tests and things. It's really not nice out here today, I must admit. It is really not the best. Final little bit of news I wanted to talk about. A lot of people asking about it. Can I go and film it? That is the Santa Cruz Carnival. They are having a meeting about it today, Monday, and it does look like they're going to potentially delay it until April or June. They don't want to cancel it. They cancelled it last year. It is a big celebration over here. It looks like it's going to be moved into June or April time in the summer. So hopefully, if that happens, I will go and try and film that for you. That is most of the news covered. The main thing I wanted to bring to you today, to give you this news update in the rain, was that news from the beachfront there. They are checking the masks. Have them with you. You do not want to get a fine. You do not want to get a fine. And also that good news of hopefully tests being scrapped. If you did enjoy that, please do hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Drop your comments as well. Have I missed any important information? Do let me know. It's absolutely gorgeous out here today. If you're not on the beach, I've got to ask why not. It is absolutely stunning. I am hoping the weather is going to get back to normal in the next couple of days. We've had 2 days of Kalima and horrible sand and winds. Then we've had this rain all night and now today, which has cleared everything off quite nice. But hopefully tomorrow, maybe a little bit of improvement. If you are here on holiday and you're struggling for things to do, I do have a video when the weather's like this. I've got a video I'll leave in the description of ideas of things that you can do when the weather's not the best like this. what you can do. I mean, you can come out and film a news update if you want. I am going to go and get home now. It's pretty unpleasant out here, and hopefully my microphone will survive. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Stride on, and have those masks with you. Be careful out there, they are starting to find people. Of course, when you get back in the car, it stops, doesn't it?